And welcome back to the Fake Stuff Podcast. We are back at it again and doing what we do. And a little less often right now. Me and Craftman have been busy in our real lives, so in our fake lives, we can't hop on as much. But Craftman in the building. What's going on, Craftman?
Just like you said, been working like crazy, but I've been ready to get back on. Like I'm sitting there talking football all day long and just been missing the podcast. But we got the biggest loser, potty pooper, on the podcast with us tonight to just spread some, straight up gossip and terrible facts for your ass. Here he is. What's up, Ian?
Yeah, man, it's easy to go from the white knight to the dark knight real quick. I mean, you're the RB whisperer 1 week, and then the next year you're the terrible loser. But it is what it is, bro. Everybody's got to fall down to get back up, and I feel like this year is gonna be a reckoning. I'm gonna come for you guys, man. I've been focused on Dynasty, but I'm about to reshift my focus back to this redraft stuff. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. So let's get to it. This is the Fake Stuff Fantasy Podcast. And don't be a hoe.
Go ahead, man.
Share the show.
Share the show. It's like we say, me and Crapman and Ian, we ain't full-time podcasters, and we ain't asking for your money or this and that. So all we ask is don't be a hoe and share the show. That's the best thing we can do. And for those who've been listening with us for a couple years plus now, just bear with us. Me and Crapman, we still got a lot of things planned, especially for redraft coming out. We just, like I said, we've been a little busy right now. But we definitely going to be putting out that content and throwing it out there for you. And we talking redraft. We'd like to push that. That's why we couldn't call ourselves the Cruise Dynasty Podcast anymore, because we like to push that shit to the side a little bit, because we like to talk about some other stuff. So we talking redraft, and we're not going to talk about anything specific, but we're going to talk about just some names. We're going to bring up a bunch of names, and we're going to go through them. We'll give our opinions, because I know we got opinions of a lot of guys, maybe controversial. Maybe we think they'll do good, bad. Just redraft 2025. That's just what this podcast is about tonight. Craftman, anything you'd like to add to that?
No, I just wanted to mention that I sent in a little gift the other day. I sent him a little text with a song, comparing what his fantasy season was. And that Toby Keith song, I Ain't As Good As I Once Was.
That's funny, man. That's funny.
Yes, sir.
That's all I've been doing, man, is working and talking shit. I really hadn't had no time to do anything.
And you're not good at either. And you're not good at either one. So
I think I do pretty well for myself.
So let's
skip
anyway. That. I mean, I'm better than I once was. I'm not as good, but I'm better. So you know what I mean? Let's get into the first name, man. What you got, cousin? Cue somebody up. I got a smackdown.
All right, DK Metcalf. I want to hear y'all's opinions, because I got mine on the Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver, big dog DK Metcalf going over. Matt, first impressions, man. He leaves Seattle, goes to Pittsburgh. What was your first impressions, and have they changed since you've had some time to think about it?
All right. I'm not really ever been the biggest DK Metcalf guy, and I still ain't. I'm not saying I guess here's my opinion. He's going as wide receiver 22, 49.9. I think this year I with Aaron Rodgers, I think he at least outplays his ADP. Like, I don't think he's going to be busting heads. I don't think him and Aaron Rodgers are going to be going off, but I could see him getting targeted a lot by Aaron Rodgers, where he beats it on wide receiver 22. I can see him finishing higher than wide receiver 22, but not by a bunch. I mean, I feel like his ADP is appropriate. Like, I'd take him in front of Sutton and Zay Flowers, Devontae Smith. Like, that's always that little range where I'm talking about those guys that finishes like wide receiver 3 type guys. Like Zay Flowers finishes wide receiver 25. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like DK Metcalf's ADP is appropriate as can be. And I just think there's a possibility he could outplay But also I can see that shit going down the drain and the Pittsburgh just running the ball out with Caleb Johnson and stuff like that. But even then, I think DK Metcalf will be okay enough. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he's
Okay
going
enough.
you know what I'm saying? Like he was way high with Seattle, and that shit was not paying off. At least here, it's just like he's a low end, back end wide receiver too, and I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, man. I agree with that. I agree with wide receiver 2, low end, if maybe, but I definitely think he's a wide receiver 2. I mean, he's a wide receiver 1 in Pittsburgh, and he's got Aaron Rodgers throwing it to him. He's got his second wide receiver is Calvin Austin, Ben Schroenick, Roman Wilson, a bunch of guys we don't know. I mean, it did get Jonnu Smith and Pat Freiermuth, so the tight end situation is going to be crazy there. But I think DK's up for a lot of targets, man. But Aaron Rodgers is known to move the ball around the field. And like you said, I mean, Caleb Johnson, probably somebody who we're going to talk to later, is going to be the recipient of a lot of those. But I think DK Metcalf is going to be the recipient of most of those. And I mean, he does get a lot of touchdowns. I mean, the least amount of touchdowns he's ever gotten was 5. But I mean, he's got 7, 10, 12, 6, 8, 5, and he's he's a consistent player. I don't think he plays to his body type. I think he's not great at contested catches, and there's some things that DK Metcalf doesn't do at an elite level to make him an elite receiver. But I do feel like he is really good, and he's a really good wide receiver too. Like if you go running back heavy in the early of your drafts, I think DK Metcalf is a solid second receiver. Like if you get somebody else and then DK Metcalf's your second guy, I think that's a pretty good platform right there this year. And he could blow up. He could be the man. But I think he's right about that wide receiver 2, low end wide receiver 2 range.
Yeah, I mean the thing that I like about him over there in Pittsburgh is just like the touchdown opportunity. I can see him like almost leading the league at the wide receiver position in touchdowns. I mean, probably other than your guys like CD, Jefferson, Jamar Chase, but outside of that, like he might be up there with like Mike Evans touchdown wise. And you know, I've had some arguments about Metcalf. Like Noah hates him. Like I go way down the list, and he still ain't picking Metcalf. But I'm like, I understand he's not the Devontae Adams. Like he's not the receiver that's going to be at the right place at the right time. The receiver that Aaron Rodgers is used to playing with. But last year, Rodgers wasn't very good. But before Adams came there, Garrett Wilson was very good. And then when Adams got there, Devontae Adams was very good. So I think he could just hyper target Metcalf, and it'll turn out pretty well. I mean, last year, like another Pittsburgh receiver, George Pickens was getting drafted in this range with Russell Wilson playing quarterback. So I kind of think Metcalf's getting drafted at his floor, and I could see a high end wide receiver 2, or maybe even sneaking in the top 12, but not calling top 12. But I like Metcalf this year. He's grown on me for sure.
Agreed.
All right. Yeah. What y'all want to talk about?
Yeah, go ahead. Slide to the next one. We done said enough about DK.
Donkey Kong.
All right. Ooh, Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt.
All right. Well, hey. Yeah, I was about to say, I like Calvin Ridley this year. I don't know why. I do know why. Cam Ward, because I feel like Cam Ward is going to be a little more buttoned up than people think. Like, I think Tennessee, I'm not saying they're going to win a lot of games. I just think he's going to come in and be able to run an offense. Calvin Ridley's going as wide receiver 36 in redraft. Heck, and I got him in Dynasty, and I don't even want to – I'll be thinking about trying to let him go. Maybe somebody get hyped on him.
You can't right now. You can't. You can't right now.
I don't want to. I mean – that's what I'm saying.
But you might be able to. But I feel like when he comes up for the sell high point, you better get rid of him.
Well, here's what I'm saying. Chris Godwin's going ahead of him. Jerry Jeudy, Chris Olave, Travis Hunter. I mean, I think Calvin Ridley's going to finish ahead of guys like that. George Pickens, Ted McMillan. This dude's going way low. I mean, Jameson Williams. You know what I'm saying? Like, Calvin Ridley's going to finish ahead of a lot of those guys. And I just think everybody's soured on him a little bit because he's in Tennessee, and I don't blame him. And he might not do shit, but he ain't costing a lot. So I would say Calvin Ridley's one of those guys who could come in and just, man, you could put him in your lineup. He's not going to go off, but go crazy and everything. But I'm just saying, Cam Ward, he's going to come in there and do his thing in Tennessee. Like, they're not going to be as bad. It's not going to be Will Levis bad. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a totally different thing, and it's going to be run with a little more confidence, even though he's a rookie or whatnot. So I'm just saying, Calvin Ridley, he's going to be smooth. I mean, that's a still wide receiver 36.
Agreed.
Yeah, like he's like what you said about Will Levis at quarterback. That's about as bad as you could possibly get. I mean, the coach was pretty much on the sidelines, like willing to. I mean, he wanted to just grab Will Levis by his hair and throw him out of the stadium. Like, he was done with his ass. And Calvin Ridley finished as a wide receiver 28 with 120 targets last year with Will Levis at quarterback. He only caught half of his targets, caught 64 receptions, 120 targets. So, like, that just tells you how bad the quarterback play was. And, you know, he's getting drafted, like you said, wide receiver 36, finished at 28 last year with how bad that was. So, Cam Ward, he ain't got to be great. He just got to be better than Will Levis. And there was 31 quarterbacks better than Will Levis last year. So, you know, I think it could end up being pretty – I think it could be a steal. It's not going to feel good when you click the button, but it's going to be like, I got a flex player all year. That's the way I kind of look at it.
Right.
Yeah, man.
100%.
So let me ask y'all this before we move on from Calvin Ridley. So if you're in the draft, you going Jerry Jeudy or Calvin Ridley?
Calvin Ridley.
You going Addison or Ridley?
I'd go Addison over Ridley. That was the one name I skipped over that was going ahead where I was like, I'd go Addison over Ridley. But still a lot of those names. Or did Addison get suspended? Do we know about that?
Addison,
he's gonna miss. I think he's gonna miss like 2 games, but I'm not sure. Like
All
2
right.
to 1 to 4 or 2 to 4 or whatever.
What about Waddle?
I'm drafting Waddle.
I'm drafting
Waddle. I'm gonna take Waddle. I think Ridley might be a little more consistent than Waddle, though. We'll see how it goes. Waddle's going to be better as far as having better games.
I think so, too.
As
long as Tua is there.
I mean, me and Matt go back to the year when he went to Jacksonville, and it was just like the hype was ridiculous. But now that the stock has dropped a little bit, it's like, okay, now I can see myself drafting Calvin Ridley. But, I mean, could y'all see anything like Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin type thing, or like Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton? Like, can it be that good where it's like –
It can be. It can be. No, it definitely can be, man. This is the NFL. Any given Sunday, win the Super Bowl and drive off in the Hyundai. You know what I mean?
I mean, the division ain't all that, you know.
It can be. It definitely can, but it's improbable.
His talent's not
Terry
up there
McLaurin
like
finishes.
McLaurin.
Yeah,
they both finished in the top 10.
like wide receiver 6. Oh, damn! Did they? Well,
Sutton finished in the top 10 last year, top 12.
Mm-hmm.
And Sutton, I mean, coming into the year, Sutton wasn't like, oh, this is a super talented wide receiver. So,
right,
the quarterback hits. You know, you might strike gold. Man, we need to disagree on somebody. Here you go.
Yeah, I was about to say Ridley was a good one though. Debo. Oh, we ain't gonna disagree on this.
Yes, we are.
Go, Ian.
Well, look, here's what I say. Go ahead, Ian.
I'm taking Debo as my wide receiver 1.
Yeah, okay.
Now, we are going to disagree.
Might about spit up.
So if I'm just hear me out. So if I'm going 4 running backs back to back in my draft,
4 quarterbacks and 3 tight ends, and then in the 14th round, he drafts Debo.
All right. Maybe not my wide receiver 1, but I do feel like Debo is a legitimate wide receiver 2 in fantasy football, man. Like, especially if you're going a running back heavy build, man, this guy, he's got the credentials. He's got the quarterback. It's a pretty good team. I mean, even if he's not getting the ideal targets, which at this point he might end up being that guy because Terry McLaurin ain't got a contract. Terry McLaurin's not at training camp right now. You know what I
Terry
mean?
McLaurin's
Like
gonna play.
Terry McLaurin's gonna play, but he's not right now. So this is a really good player. Debo
So
Samuel's a really good player.
wait in. Did he not play for a good offense last year with a good role with hurt receivers and uh, all that you just said? He was a wide
He did.
receiver 44 last year.
He did.
Do you,
And
do you want me to read you his game log?
no, thank you. But
Okay.
I feel like Debo is a better receiver when there's another good receiver on the field. Debo's a great receiver when there's
Well,
another good receiver on the field, but I wouldn't be mad about having him for my third, my third
Went to
receiver.
1 to 2 to 3.
That's my wide receiver
4.
one.
yeah.
That's my wide receiver
Hey.
one.
This is what I say about Debo. I think he's totally washed, bro. I'm just being honest. I think he's like one of these guys where you look down the whole list of wide receivers, and I'm like, this dude for real. I think it's done. This dude in San Francisco last year, Ayuk wasn't there. I mean, they've pretty much phased him out of the offense. You know what I'm saying? And Jawan Jennings and all them was popping off. I just say Debo Samuel's play style is that yak guy. Catch the ball and go. And I think you just kind of fall off a cliff. Once you hit that cliff, you fall off. I think he's a little fat. And I think he just ain't about to he ain't about to be. I mean, I'll put it like this though. He's going as wide receiver 40.
Still not.
I mean, he's going as wide receiver 40. And I was just about to say, yeah, it still really ain't low enough. I'm just being honest. There's a lot of guys after him I'd take over Debo. And Debo, I think there's a reason San Francisco. Yeah, I'll take Jaden Reed over him. Heck,
Cooper
Matthew
Kupp,
Golden, Ricky Pearsall,
Cooper Kupp,
Josh Downs.
Cooper
I'd take
Kupp.
Josh Downs over. Yeah, I'd take Cooper. Well, I
Darnell
like
Mooney,
either one of them. Igbuka,
but yeah, I'll take Igbuka over him. I'm just
What about
saying,
Cooper
man.
Kupp?
There's a reason San Francisco traded this man. They traded him for a reason. That's because they know he's done. This man's and Washington decided to suck it on up. So I just, I don't think it was a bad move for Washington, like real football wise. Like you want to try to surround the guy with weapons, you know what I'm saying? But I just think we're about to find out that this is the end of Debo Samuel.
I disagree, man. I think Debo's about to have a good year. I think Debo's about to have a good year, man. I really do. I mean, he's in that Washington offense. I think he still got it, man. There's been a lot of receivers people said he's about to have a bad year, and if he does, he does. But you know what? I think he's gonna have a good year. I honestly do, man. Like especially if you're going running back heavy in your draft, I feel like Debo is a receiver that's gonna fall that you can get, and he could possibly have a high ceiling. He's shown us a high ceiling before. He might not, but I wouldn't put expectations on it. But I believe in Debo right now. After this year,
he showed you the high ceiling when he was with San Fran and they lost all their running backs and he had like 9 rushing touchdowns and he was a different player at the time. Like Matt said, this is like a yards after catch, and I feel like they're going to try to get him involved at the start. They're going to be throwing him screens and short crossing routes and try to get the ball in his hands, and then they're going to figure out this isn't the Debo Samuel that we paid for.
Maybe. And if so, I wouldn't draft him as like first, second, third round. But if you're going running back heavy, if you're drafting 4 running backs straight off the rip, Debo Samuel, your number one guy. I mean, wide receivers are dime a dozen.
He's going like the 7th round right now, or so.
That's about right.
Yeah,
I feel like that's.
He ain't expensive, but he's not expensive. But there's a lot of guys I would rather have other than Debo. So we got a little disagreement on that one. I want to know what y'all think about this guy right here, Malik Neighbors, because I feel like I got something strong to say about Malik Neighbors today. Because when I talked to Craftman on the phone, we was kind of saying we might talk about guys we don't want to draft. So I just looked through the first round, and I was just digging through the first round, and I think of all the wide receivers going in the first round, or all the players going in the first round, 1 through 12, this is the one I'd pass on right here. Malik Neighbors. This dude right here is going to be, let's see, he's going to be playing with Russell Wilson and then probably Jackson Dart a little bit later on. And a lot of these motherfuckers out here don't even believe Jackson Dart is good. So, I think he could be okay, and we'll see how it goes. But this is what I'm saying. I think Malik Neighbors is good, or I think he could be great. But I'm taking Nico over him. I'm taking Brian Thomas over him, and I'm definitely taking Drake London. I'm taking all three of them over Malik Neighbors this season. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I go and I look at Malik Neighbors' game log last year. I mean, the dude was going. He had a great game, but he still had for a wide receiver going in the first round, this guy still had, single-digit games like 9, 6, 7. He just really had some huge games. Like he had that 32-point game in half PPR, to end the season, I guess playing with Drew Lock. So it's like, I want a little more consistency. And I think Brian Thomas and I think Drake London and I think Nico for sure. I think all of them are about to be more consistent, and they're going to give you an upside that I can't complain with at all. So this is the reason why I wanted to talk about Malik Neighbors. I think he is a good player, and in Dynasty, I would want him. But I think in redraft, I think this year I'm going to pass up on him and draft one of these other wide receivers. And I think they're just going to outdo him this year. So I don't know. What's your opinion on that one, Kraft, man?
Man, you stole the words out of my mouth. Like you said, you had a strong opinion. My opinion is I think he's the worst pick in the draft. Yeah, I mean, overall, like what you're going to get for what you have to pay. Like there's going to be some picks that, like we talked about Debo, if you miss, whatever, like 7th round pick, I don't think he's not going to be like that terrible. Like he's going to get a lot of targets, but Russell Wilson targets aren't good targets at this point in time. Like we've been there when he went to Denver. This was like 3 years ago, and Russell Wilson was still bad then. You had Jerry Jeudy there. You had Cortland Sutton. We just seen what Cortland Sutton did with Bo Nix, and once Russ got out of there, and last year tried to get high on George Pickens. Didn't realize how terrible Russ was, and Pickens kind of fits his game a little bit. Throwing that deep ball. I just don't see Russ hitting like a 5-step drop, hitting his back foot, and just killing intermediate routes with Malik Neighbors over and over again. Like I just don't see it happening. And the Giants got the hardest strength of schedule this year. I don't like it. And there's a lot of running backs, a lot of receivers in that first and second round. I think he belongs down there with like Devontae Adams and players like Mike Evans in like the 3rd round. That's where I think he belongs.
Ooh. Yeah, I probably agree though.
Yeah,
I go ahead, Potter Cooper.
Yeah, Malik is young. I mean, this is only his 2nd year in the league, and he did good last year. He did good, and it's hard to count him out. But I think we're all in agreement where he's getting drafted is a little too high for anybody who's experienced in fantasy football and knows about the Giants and knows about Russell Wilson. Like you can't take him that high. But if he falls and you're an experienced drafter, if he falls to in your 3rd, 4th round, that might be good. If you got 2 running backs and a receiver already, he ain't gonna
fall that. He's not gonna fall that far,
and he's probably not gonna fall that far. But I think he's a great talent. I think it's a great talent, man. I don't think he's bad by any means. I mean, I know he's prolific, but with receivers, it comes so much to the quarterback play and it comes so much to the offensive line. Whereas running backs, it's not as much, offensive line a little bit, but running backs can make on their own. They can kind of shift and move and break tackles, whereas receivers solely depend on the quarterback throwing them the ball in a good spot and the offensive line blocking for that quarterback to get them the ball. So being just talented doesn't matter as much when you're a receiver, but once he has the ball, the man's badass. So I think we're all in agreement that this year I'm fading Malik, but if I had him in Dynasty, that's a different conversation.
Yeah, you love him in Dynasty, but this is the fantasy community. I mean, I might be totally wrong about this, but we got to learn from past experiences. Like, this is the Garrett Wilson experience all over again. Garrett Wilson, talented, got drafted after his rookie year, got drafted in the late first, early second. And Garrett Wilson that year had 168 targets. And that's a lot of fucking targets.
Yeah.
And finished as a wide receiver. Let me see. I had it here, but he was in the 20s. Let's see. Wide
24.
receiver, was it 24? Something like that. I had it right there, but yeah, 168 targets, 95 receptions. Had a good year, but just, didn't pan out. He was wide receiver 22.
Yeah.
And then I think that could easily happen to Malik Neighbors.
I do believe, like, I don't rule out the possibility of Jackson Dart coming in and looking fine, and then, him getting some connection with Malik Neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really just going to doubt Jackson Dart. You know what I mean? First round quarterback. I could, Russell Wilson like that. I feel like that shit ain't happening. I'm just being honest. Like, I mean, ain't Jameis Winston on that roster too? Like, that's
your hope.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the Giants should probably just sit Jackson Dart this year. I don't know if they would do that because that shit don't really take place anymore. But what you call it? It's just, I don't know. But dynasty wise, might be a good year. Let this play out and then go buy low on Malik Neighbors if you want to. It might work out like that. But redraft, nah, no way.
And I got it now. Man. Garrett Wilson in half PPR was a wide receiver 32 in half 32. PPR, and he was drafted. He was drafted in the first round. Early
everywhere
with 168 targets. Freaking ridiculous.
Crazy.
That is crazy. 168 targets. That's a lot of targets.
Yeah, it's a lot of targets.
I really didn't mean to click the button, but I just want to say a quick little something about Brock Bowers today. Because this ain't really a Brock Bowers take right here. This right here is for anybody playing in redraft out here. I just want to say this to you. Just don't even think about drafting Brock Bowers, because this is the really how many times have I seen it? Sam Laporta in the exact same spot last year. Kelsey year after year. Andrews year after year. I've seen them guys up in the top 2 and the top 3 rounds and stuff like that. So this is my plea to everybody out there. Unless you're in my league, go ahead and draft Brock Bowers. Because I wouldn't fade Brock Bowers, like, as far as like what's going on with Vegas or whatever. Like, the situation was shitty as fuck last year, and the offense might run a little better this year. But Geno Smith's not there. I'm just saying this though, ain't no way I'm taking a tight end. I think he's going like at the top of the second round, and I'm telling y'all, man, we've seen this happen before. We saw it with Laporta last year. Ain't no way you should be drafting a tight end that high. To me, this year, it's McBride, Kittle, or Stream. That's what I'm doing. I'm either getting McBride.
I thought we were going to say Mason,
or I'm streaming that thing.
Mason, I thought we were talking about. Hold on.
Mason Taylor. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, dude. I thought we were talking about Mason Taylor.
What about him?
No.
You want to talk about Mason Taylor? You're the only one that I've ever heard of.
That's the Brock Bowers of this year, bro.
Oh God.
Like, come on, bro.
God,
hell no.
Man.
Come on. Playing for the Jets with the best quarterback in the NFL.
Okay.
Gonna get hella targets.
I might.
No, but
crap, man, I don't edit. On a serious note. I don't edit a lot.
Yeah,
but I might have to
you
edit
gotta
that little segment
out. Just get it out. Hey, man.
On a serious note, though, I do feel like Mason Taylor is a good sleeper tight end, man. And I feel like he could be. Well, I mean, he's obviously not Brock Bowers. I'm not gonna say he's Brock Bowers, but I feel like he's super talented, drafted fairly high, and I feel like he demands.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you might as well stream. Like, if you ain't gonna get those 2 guys I mentioned, stream through a Mason Taylor. Like, that's what I would say. Like, I ain't finna. But crap, man, do you agree with what I'm saying with Brock Bowers, or would you take a little slap on him? Would you hit on that?
You hit?
Nah, I mean that's just the way I draft. I mean, I understand that some people draft different. Like Mark in our league, he'll draft Brock Bowers and then Kyle Pitts in the second round. Like, He'll do some shit like that. Two tight ends in a flex, but like he's going around guys that I just can't, like Brian Thomas, Drake London at the receiver position, going around all the good running backs like Ashton Genty, McCaffrey, Achane. Like you only have to start one tight end in most leagues. If it's a tight end premium, like really, really high tight end premium, where it's like 1.5 in a half PPR league, then yeah, sure, go ahead and draft Brock Bowers there. That does make sense. But, even if he is the number one tight end this year, which is very possible, he's just going to have to outdo all the other ones by such a long shot that it makes that much sense. And then you're going to be hurting pretty bad at another position unless you get lucky later on in the draft. So I personally just trust myself finding a tight end. Like I picked up Jonnu Smith and started him all last year. He ended up being the tight end 2,
Yep.
Then drafting a tight end in the first round or
Yep.
early second round.
Yeah.
Just not my strategy.
Yeah. So, that's what I'm just saying. McBride, Kittle, or Stream. That's how I feel about it this year, man.
Mason Taylor.
All right, man. Your boy.
Terrible.
Right,
Mason Taylor, man. This is absurd. It's just so stupid. I
This is
can't
what
get
I do.
over it. It's just so stupid.
This is what I do, bro. That's why y'all bring me on here.
All right, Bucky
Jesus.
Irvin, man. What's the word on Bucky Irvin?
Trash.
What y'all think about him?
Go ahead, Ian. Go ahead, Ian.
Trash. No, he's not trash. He's actually he's on a great team, good offensive line, great quarterback. Bucky Irving is a legitimate late second, early third round pick in your redraft leagues, man. I mean, this guy put up some numbers last year. He had let me see, let me pull this up right quick. I'm gonna see how many touchdowns he had. 8 touchdowns last year as a rookie, taking over for somebody who was one of the top running backs in Rashad White. He was the year before he was one of the top running backs in the NFL because that team was so good. And I feel like Bucky Irving is a great player this year. And it's honestly a hard pick for me between him and like Devon Achane. And honestly, like Josh Jacobs, I kind of put all them kind of in that same tier because Bucky is on such a good team with a lot of other talented players around him, man. And I kind of like Bucky this year, dude. He's a young guy that's got nothing to lose. He's not on a contract year. He's trying to prove himself. He already has. And so I got nothing bad to say about Buck. I mean, 22 years old, 5'10", 195. That's a big boy, but not too big.
A big boy.
No, he's not too
He's
big.
freaking tiny.
He's small.
I
take it back.
What you call it? I kind of like where he's going. Behind McCaffrey. I mean, Genty, McCaffrey, Achane, and then I would take Bucky Irvin over Josh Jacobs and Jonathan Taylor. So I kind of like where he's slotted at. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, I would take Kyron and Chase over Bucky. You know how it is, but
yeah.
I feel like he's kind of slotted in a nice little spot where it ain't nothing too crazy. And I've been hearing people kind of fading Bucky Irvin a little bit this year, like in the dynasty streets, kind of sell high, stuff like that. And I don't know, man. I think Bucky and Tampa Bay and all them, they're gonna be just fine. So my opinion is, I guess, neutral on Bucky Irvin. Like, I think he's going to be good. I think he'll be as good as he was last year.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to be on any of my teams just by where he's going because, like, the running backs that y'all mentioned, he's getting drafted kind of at the top of that tier. Like, you got Bucky, Jacobs, Taylor, Kyron, Brown. Like, Chase Brown is a whole, almost a full round later than Bucky. So it's just like, I like him. Yeah, I like him. Maybe not in our leagues. I think we all love Chase Brown. But
I was about to say, I don't know about it.
Yeah. But I just don't feel like, unless everybody in the league thinks the way I do, he's kind of at the bottom of that tier, somewhere in the middle than where he's going in drafts. Like, I think he's just a little too high. And Rashad White, he's going to play third downs. Like, Rashad White's going to play a lot on third downs. He's a great pass catcher. He's not athletic. He's just kind of a, he's just whatever out there. He's like a Najee Harris has been like the last couple of years. So, but he's going to command enough work where it's going to get frustrating every now and again. So, I'd rather have players like Jacobs and stuff around there. But
yeah,
going on to this guy, freaking Noah Bubble Blower, most hated player of all time, DJ Moore, Chicago Bears. Hey man, let's talk about it, Ian. Is Chicago gonna be better this year?
They gotta be, right? I mean, they gotta be. I think DJ Moore is the best of the rest. Like, he's got the numbers, he's got the talent to be great, and as long as he has the receptions and the opportunity to be that, he will be that. But it's really hard for me to draft DJ Moore. I mean, if your draft is going receiver heavy and you're kind of going running back heavy, DJ Moore can fit into your lineup, but I haven't been taking him in anything, and it's hard for me to trust him like I really wanted to when he went to the Bears. But I think he honestly is the best of the rest. Like, he's a great receiver, just in a bad situation. If you do take a chance on him this year, you could look like a genius.
What do you mean by best of the rest? Like the best on the Bears, or just
no, like the best of the bad receiver, like the best of like the people in bad situations, like not your top tier, not your maybe even top tier and a half of receivers, but the best of the bottom. You know what I mean? Like,
he's going in like the fourth round. I mean, you're going to have to spend a pretty high pick on him. He's going around like DK Metcalf, Cortland Sutton, Devontae Adams. Like, we're not talking about a guy that's going down there with Jordan Addison or Jerry Jeudy. So, like, that's what I'm trying to get out of you is like, feel like you're beating around the bush. There's no way you're taking him in the fourth round, Ian.
I'm not. Like, no. I honestly didn't know he was going that high, and that's not somebody I would take over Cortland Sutton or Jordan Addison or.
You wouldn't take him over Addison?
I don't think so. I mean, definitely not over Jamison Williams. I wouldn't take him over Jamison Williams. I mean, there's a lot of people I wouldn't take him over. I mean, it's just unproven consistency, man. I mean, I like Jared Goff way more than I like Caleb Williams. I mean, Caleb Williams hasn't proven himself. He was the most sacked quarterback last year. I mean, you can't complete passes if you're getting sacked. You know what I mean?
Like, when you suck and you're inaccurate too, that makes it hard.
So, I mean, it's wasted talent. It's wasted talent.
Yeah. I think when you talk about a situation, the Bears situation, like I've kind of harped on it all year. Like, the offense is supposed to be good. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
my thing is DJ Moore's the most expensive of all the Chicago Bears. Well, I mean, yeah, he's the most expensive Chicago Bear. I'm pretty sure. So
yeah,
why would I draft DJ Moore in the fourth when I can get Rome Odunze way later? And I've been a Rome Odunze guy anyways, but I mean, heck, I think they brought Luther Burden in to do a little something.
Replace DJ Moore.
So it's like I don't really even think DJ Moore is going to be all that. But I'm just saying, like, as far as redraft guy, because DJ Moore, to me, the reason why I want to bring his name up, he's the most, like, I don't even know what to even think about this man, to be honest with you, because they're just loaded with a lot of wide receivers. Like, they're loading this guy with talent. He's got a couple tight ends, he's got a running back, he's got a couple more receivers. Like, Chicago's got everything. So it's like, I'm not going to take the most expensive Chicago Bear if I'm going. Yeah. Well, I mean, no, they built the O-line
improved.
So we'll see. Yeah, I'm with you. We'll see how it goes.
I'll be the judge of that. Yeah.
I'm just saying that if Chicago's supposed to be better and they're supposed to have a good offense, and if you have questions about it or whatnot, I'm not going to take the most expensive Chicago Bear. Like, I'm going to take a guy who I even think has more talent than DJ Moore. I think Rome Odunze is way more talented than DJ Moore, and he's going way later. So somebody like DJ Moore is somebody in the fourth round. Ain't no way. I cannot do it, and I will not do it. That dude will have to fall for me to grab him.
Best
so
of the rest.
uh,
Best of the rest.
I don't even think it's going to
Hey,
be all
man.
that this year. So
Vegas likes him. They got him over 1,000 yards. Now, I was just saying, like Vegas, they like him. They got him over 1,000 yards. That's more than Garrett Wilson's, more than Devontae Adams, more than Mike Evans this year.
Is it more than speaking of Vegas? Is it more than Jacoby?
Yeah, it's just more than Jacoby Myers.
Why? I would take Jacoby over DJ.
I think I might go throw some money on the under on that. I might go slap $1,000 on there.
Slap $1,000 on there.
I mean, DJ Moore's a little underappreciated, I feel like. I mean, I'm the Chicago Bears hater, but they were terrible last year. He was a wide receiver 16. Almost 1,000 yards last year. So,
yeah,
I think he's I differ a little bit than y'all do on DJ Moore because I think he's the best receiver on the team by a long shot. Like Rome Odunze, he's got the potential, but I don't think he's there yet. And I think DJ Moore is just the guy that Caleb Williams is going to be. He's just going to be that safety blanket over and over again, like veteran wide receiver. And Ben Johnson going over, I think he'll be the one playing the Alvin Raw role. So I see a lot of targets coming his way. I would draft him.
You draft him in the fourth, though.
In the fourth, though?
I mean, I don't really have that much of a problem with it.
Okay.
Like,
right,
if I have my running
backs
already, I would.
Yeah, let's move it on. Let's
slide over to Crabman's boy. He's all been, and I like Jaden Higgins too. I took him in a dynasty league. So
who is that?
You don't even know.
Shut up.
Hey, I think Jaden Higgins is going to pop. I think he's going to be good. And we're talking about a rookie wide receiver. So we're talking redraft. So it's like, I mean, I'm trying to scroll and see where he's going. He's going. Oh, man. He's going. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man, he's going way down there, Kraft, man.
not to me.
He'll way out. Yeah, I was about to say he'll way outperform his ADP this year.
Yeah,
I'm all in on Jaden Higgins. I mean, Craftman loves him. I like him a lot too, so I don't really have no problem. I mean, Jaden Higgins is going as. I mean, damn, does that say wide receiver 119? I think I pushed the wrong button or something. Ain't no way. I mean, that dude's.
No,
that dude is way down there. Like, I'll take him over so many players.
15.
I mean,
the right.
He's going as wide receiver 53, ADP 1.
Okay, I was about to say. 53. All right, well, heck, that right there. There's so many wide receivers I'll take behind Jaden Higgins at this point, and they just, I seen that they fully guaranteed his contract, second round wide receiver. That shit don't really happen that much. I think Houston really likes this guy. I'm just being honest. I think Nico and Higgins, when we start talking about duos, in the past we've talked about duos like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. And then when we talked about A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, and later it was, I don't know. Somebody else I know.
Cooper.
Yeah, with Tyreek and Waddle, like we're going to definitely be saying Higgins and Nico
and Collins
after this year. I'm just being honest.
We was talking Tank Dale. We was talking Tank Dale and Nico last year.
I think Higgins is better receiver than Dale.
What happened to Tank Dale? What happened to Tank Dale?
Big time.
He's broken
the whole
leg.
Year.
He's gonna miss the whole year, and then Stephon Diggs leaving. I just want to read y'all Stephon Diggs in his first 8 games before he went out. I mean, 18 points, 5, 14, 16, 11, 16. And I mean, Diggs, he might have still had it. I don't know. Like, he might have been a good player, but there's definitely a need for a wide receiver too in Houston. Like,
yes. The
only thing that would, take me off of Higgins, and this is out of Ian's playbook, is their offensive line is just absolutely terrible. CJ Stroud was the most pressured quarterback last year. Like, he's going to have time to throw the ball, and Higgins is going to, Nico's going to take the top off the defense, and then Higgins is going to eat underneath. And I just think there's going to be a lot of targets coming his way. I would not be surprised if he outperformed all the rookie receivers this year. And he was, at the end of the year, we're talking him being the best rookie receiver in the draft. And I'm kind of surprised
I like
with
that.
the way Dynasty, the way Dynasty has kind of bled into redraft. You got guys like Matthew Golden going really late. You got Jaden Higgins going really late. I feel like these are the players that you take a chance on. Like last year, some of the best picks in your draft was Brian Thomas Jr. later.
Marvin
Or
Harrison,
Malik Neighbors a little later.
Yeah.
Lad McConkey a little later. Like he's falling right into that category, in my opinion. Got to get him. Going to be on all my team.
I'm with
Brian Thomas was the only person that was able to perform on my team last year.
Yeah, he saw.
Well, while we dick riding our favorite players, of course we're gonna bring up, of course, mine. I don't know how much you've been listening in during the off season, but Caleb Johnson, I've been all in, bro, and I even took. It kind of shocked some, not shocked some waves, but I don't know. Like I took Caleb Johnson ahead of Judkins in a rookie draft this year. I think people were surprised by that.
Good.
I'm just all in on Caleb Johnson. I'm not gonna say much. I'm gonna let you say what you got to say, but I think it just goes perfect with what Pittsburgh's about to do. I do think they're gonna run the ball, and I think he's gonna get a lot of work. I know Jalen Warren's there, and I think Jalen Warren's gonna be good this year, playing third down and stuff like that. But there's a lot of carries that need to be had in Pittsburgh, and Caleb Johnson's walking right into that. So I think this is, man, perfect for redraft, man, because do you know where he's going? I ain't got him pulled up right in front of me, but he's going to be going down pretty low, and this is a starting running back who's going to get a lot of carries, and I actually think he's good. So he's a one-cut-and-go kind of guy. So I'm all in on Caleb Johnson, but go ahead, Ian.
Yeah, man. So in our Dynasty League, I took Caleb Johnson as the number 5th pick. I took Caleb Johnson as the 5th pick. So I'm all in on Caleb Johnson, man. I feel like the Steelers, the Chargers, the Seahawks. There's a couple. Well, Seahawks maybe not some more because Pete Carroll's not there, but there's a few teams that you want the running back on, and I feel like the Steelers is one of them. And I feel like Caleb Johnson is one of those running backs that is going to come into the league and is going to take over, man. And I mean, he went to Iowa. I don't think it's Iowa State. He went to Iowa. It doesn't matter where he went, but he came out and he come into the league and he got drafted at a decent place. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of running backs that show ass that come from bottom draft picks. I mean, most of the time, your top round draft pick running backs, they end up being
great.
They're
great.
terrible.
Don't even say they're terrible.
They're terrible.
Who?
They end up being terrible.
He got round 3 draft capital, so
yeah, day 2 draft
capital. Day 2 is your best running backs. Day 2 is your best running backs because you're them. Anyways, I like the situation he went to. I mean, there's nobody there. There's really nobody there to fight him for the position. I mean, you got Jalen Warren. He's been, let's look.
He's fine.
Okay, he was the 47, 22, and 39th best running back. I wouldn't say that's a lot of fucking competition there, dude. And this guy's coming in. He's a brand new guy, and the Steelers with a brand new offense. They're rebuilding everything. They're happy. I really like this guy. I like Caleb Johnson. I've been on him. I drafted him in my dynasty team. I'm thinking about starting him, and I'm definitely gonna take him in some redrafts if he falls. I mean, he's not gonna be a wide receiver or a running back 1. I mean, if you're wide receiver heavy, if you take 4 wide receivers off the rip, I mean, he's not gonna be a bad. He's still a starting running back. So,
yeah, well,
take that into consideration.
I'm gonna reach for Caleb Johnson. There's no way he stays at RB 29. Like, he's one spot ahead of Tyrone Tracy. This isn't. I don't even feel like that's even in conversation. You know, there's a lot of guys ahead that I like. Pacheco, Pacheco's going a few rounds ahead. I'd take him over Pacheco. Aaron Jones, he's going to be splitting with Jordan Mason.
Yeah.
I mean, Tony Pollard might be all right. DeAndre Swift, I mean, come on. But if training camp comes around and there's a lot of hype around Caleb Johnson, which I feel like there's probably gonna be, the only thing that could hold him back is just if Aaron Rodgers don't like to play with the rookie, and he wants Jaylen Warren, because Jaylen Warren is a very good pass protector. You know, Rodgers is gonna like having Jaylen Warren back there for safety reasons anyway at the beginning of the year. So I think it might be like a slow burn for the first couple of weeks, but Caleb Johnson will end up getting on the field and definitely taking like first and second down. And even Najee last year, like, he wasn't a great draft pick, but he was still an RB2. And Caleb Johnson's, I think he's got more juice than Najee does.
He's better.
Yeah, he's better.
Yep. This is a Caleb Johnson podcast for sure. A Jaden Higgins and a Caleb Johnson podcast, no doubt. But I want to bring up Travis Hunter because my opinions have really gone way back and forth, and then this way and then that way over the whole season. And this is my final conclusion. Because when it first started, I was saying, man, Travis Hunter, if he's playing both sides of the ball, then you got to hope an offense wants him involved like that. Then when the draft came, Jacksonville traded up, and it's like, damn, okay, they're about to let Travis Hunter do his thing. All right, so now this is my opinion going into the season with redraft. Because Travis Hunter's going over a lot of rookie wide receivers, and I would definitely take Jaden Higgins over him, and I would take Ted McMillan over him. I would take a lot. But Travis Hunter's over and under for the season is at 749 receiving yards. And I think it is safe as can be to hit the under on that button this year. I don't think
the under?
Yeah. Okay. I don't think Travis Hunter is I'm just being honest, man. Brian Thomas Jr. is about to do his thing this year with Trevor Lawrence. I think they're about to go off this year. And Travis Hunter's going to do his thing somewhat, but I don't think they're going to depend on him in the offense like that. He's going to be the number 2 option receiver-wise. And supposedly he's going to play other side, so other side of the ball. So it's like, I like Trevor Lawrence, and I'm just wondering, is he going to support 2 receivers to this extent? I don't really know. I just have kind of cooled off on Travis Hunter coming into this season, to be honest with you. I think maybe he'll have a good career, and but I just think he's going to be a good football player. And it might not always be good for fantasy football. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he could play a lot of defense this year for all we know. So I just think the under 749.5 receiving yards this year. I mean, Vegas ain't got him that high. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's in range with Matthew Golden. You know, somebody like that. I'm not really high on Golden at all. So I've just kind of cooled off on Travis Hunter. I mean, I know they went up and traded for him, and they plan to use him and get him involved, but I just think Brian Thomas Jr. is that dude, and I think he's about to go off this year, and I think he's going to get a lot of targets. I think he's going to get a lot of deep balls with T-Law. I think Brian Thomas Jr. is the man. So I'm just kind of off Travis Hunter a little bit.
Yeah, but like you said with Travis Hunter, like as far as Vegas goes, you said he's down there with Matthew Golden, and Hunter's going as a wide receiver 30, and then Matthew Golden's going as a wide receiver 46. So you can get Golden a lot later, and you know Matthew Golden's going to be playing. Come out week 1, might even in a receiver room. That's another thing about Green Bay. Like, people don't know who the receivers are. They're like, oh, it's crowded over there. It's like, it's kind of crowded, but ain't nobody really that good. Like, they still need an alpha. So Golden could take over that role. But I still hadn't decided yet. I got a month to decide on Travis Hunter, but I have a hard time thinking that you take somebody at the number 2 overall pick and you get rid of Christian Kirk, you get rid of Evan Ingram, and you don't plan on using him on offense. Like, but it is hard because you could draft him right there, and then their cornerbacks get hurt week 1, or one of their cornerbacks goes down, and they're like, oh, we need you over here more than we need you on offense. So it's like the training camp's going to decide this one too. I feel like you need to figure out, like, is he playing mostly on offense with the first team? Is he playing half and half? Like, what's going on? So I haven't made my decision yet. I'm going to wait for some news to come out, like, kind of play that a little bit.
Well, I feel like I agree with you, man, in the fact, like, you don't draft him that early if he's not playing offense. I mean, I think he's I think he's gonna play, but I also agree with Matt. Like BTJ is the saint. He's the truth. I mean, he was really good last year. One of those late drafts. Um, but I don't think you can get Travis Hunter really late. Kinda, but not as late as BTJ because of the hype that was around him. Because for good reason. I mean, I think Travis Hunter definitely has the athletic ability, but like Austin said, I mean, it comes down to the training camp, man. You're gonna have to really see how they use him in training camp and whether or not he's gonna be performing on offense every week in and week out, and so it's just really gonna affect the way he gets drafted.
And luckily, if you
Like,
do your draft late enough, you should probably, have a better feeling about what you're getting. Like he could skyrocket up, he could fall way down, in ADP before you
yeah.
get your draft. So I think you'll be able to kind of figure it out before draft day comes if you're drafting in late August, like most people do. So to be determined for me.
Before we move on, this is what I want to say. I could see these rookie wide receivers doing better than Travis Hunter. Jaden Higgins, Trey Harris, Golden, McMillan. I could see all them guys doing better. Maybe even Egbuka. He's kind of a little crowded. I like Egbuka as much as anybody, but
Didn't Travis Hunter win the
I'm
Heisman?
just thinking. Yeah, but that don't mean shit. That's because ESPN just throws him on TV all the time. He plays both sides of the ball. I don't really care. I could care less about that thing. But listen, I'm saying this as I traded, made a big trade, and drafted Travis Hunter this year, and I'm just saying I can see other guys doing better than him.
I traded away Travis Hunter. I mean, I traded Travis Hunter essentially for JSN and who else?
Nah, you got JSN. You gave me Hunter and Khalil Shakir.
That's right.
Oh man.
Essentially,
well,
so
what side do you like on that, Matt?
I like the Craftman side, honestly, but I mean that's just because we don't know what Travis Hunter is. I mean, he really.
And you also know.
off. I mean, hey,
you also don't know all the other players that I picked in my rookie draft.
Yeah,
that's true.
I got. Okay, I was about to start naming them all, but let's move
I'm
on.
sure you.
Oh, my bad. Slide them on over there.
I mean, it's just like Ed McMillan, Caleb Johnson, Jaden Blue, Cam Scatterbo. That's about it. I mean,
not a bad draft.
Bunch of suckers.
And nobody. And Tyler Shook, who's gonna ball out.
We'll see about that one.
All right. We're gonna slide over to Devon A-Chain, and
draft him.
He's that one guy. I never know what to think about A-Chain, but I think I'm closer to inside this go around. I think I would draft A-Chain this go around because I mean last year
over McCaffrey,
he just go. I'm just being honest. I don't really know how McCaffrey's the one that is the toughest one. I think A-Chain's a little bit safer, to be honest.
Yeah. McCaffrey.
He's gonna get a lot of passing work again. So I don't know. That's just tough, Craft Man. I'd have to just do the draft, have a couple beers, and then let it roll. Let my finger fly. We'll see what happens with that one. But I feel pretty good with A-Chain. I always say he's my best ball running back. I would love to have him in the best ball all the time, but I wouldn't mind rolling out there with Devon A-Chain. I don't really feel either way about him. I just think Jonnu Smith's gone. I think it kind of opens the door for Waddle a little bit, and I think A-Chain stays the same as far as he was involved in the passing game a lot. So, I think that offense kind of got exposed, and I think Mike McDaniel. You know how I feel about McDaniel. I think he's just a little weenie. So I just think that offense got a little exposed, and they're gonna be. These guys are going to be good in the PPR game, which is real good for running backs. Devon A-Chain. I think Waddle's going to get back to his PPR days, and I think A-Chain kind of stays the same, if not better. So that's really how I feel about the Dolphins.
Yeah. He's just going in that spot, whereas I could see A-Chain finishing number one overall. Like it's possible that this could happen. Tua stays healthy. that offense gets rolling again like they did 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whenever. But also, if you want them, you got to take them like before all them running backs we talked about earlier, like Bucky and Jacobs and Chase Brown and Kyron. Like you got to, if you want them, you got to get them like right away, late first round pick. So I feel like it's risky. He is undersized. He hadn't dealt with a whole lot of injuries, but I've been back and forth with HN the whole time.
Yeah, man, I'm all in on HN. I mean, my ideal draft is going like Derrick Henry, Devon HN, and then anything else. I mean, I like him this year. I've been, especially in Dynasty, I've been targeting Devon HN for like the last 2 or 3 years, and finally got him on my team, and I really feel very comfortable with Devon HN.
Well, maybe I'll draft him since you said so, or maybe I'll just avoid him and avoid finishing in last like you do.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Oh man,
you can finish in last. I mean? It's if you're not first or last, so you finish in last every year.
Go for broke.
I mean, if you're not first, you're last. That's the whole thing.
Well, here's Ian's guy.
All right.
Shortest name in all the land. Bo Nix.
Good on a jersey.
Is that where you're at? He's going as a QB8 this year. Matt, what do you think about Bo Nix?
Honestly, I like Bo Nix. I think he's solid. I think he's safe. I mean, QB8, so who's he going ahead of? He's going ahead of Kyler, Jared Goff, Herbert. All right, he's going a little too high for me. I'm just being honest. There's a lot of guys I'll wait on after Bo Nix. But I'm gonna be real. If you got Bo Nix in your lineup, like I feel like that ain't. Nothing to complain about. So he gets hit in rushing yards too. So I think he's solid. He ain't gonna hurt you. I don't think he'll blow it wide open for you neither, though. So just a solid quarterback.
Yeah, I ain't got a whole lot to chime in here. I feel like he's just in that range where I'm not going to be picking quarterbacks. Like if I've already waited for a while, I'll just keep waiting later for guys like Jordan Love or Brock Purdy or somebody like that a little bit later on. But Ian, I know you love him. It's Dynasty, your Dynasty QB1. You holding on to that love this year?
Yeah, I mean, but I want to come on here and disagree with y'all and tell you to just go for broke, go for Bo, and it's really hard to say that, man, because he is in that tier. Like he's almost in the tier that Brock Purdy was last year, and I feel like Brock Purdy kind of underachieved last year for us. He did great. He did all right, but I think Bo Nix is a great person to have on your dynasty team, but where he's going this year, man, it's going to be hard to catch. But if he falls in the draft, I mean, to like the double-digit rounds, definitely take a stab on him. I mean, if you can get him like round 9, 10, I'd definitely take Bo up there. I think he's going to be great. I think the Denver offense is the most up and coming, most prolific of, the offenses that aren't heavily talked about, aren't received as great. I think he's going to lead the Broncos to the promised land, and he's going to lead my dynasty team to a victory this year. So let's ride.
Man, said he'll lead it to the promised land. All right, that's it. Look, ETN, Tank Bigsby. A little controversy, or not controversy, but it's definitely a topic of discussion. And this is really what I think. I think ETN could be like one of the best picks in the draft. This dude's going as running back 34 right now and has upside like no other. I don't know. I feel like he was hurt. I feel like ETN gets a lot of hate, but running back 34, like even if you think, he's going behind Najee. I'm sure that's about to change. Jalen Warren, Brian Robinson, Tyrone Tracy, and fucking insane. Like ETN going
I take
that
Brian
late,
Robinson
dude, I'm all on
over.
it. Well, yeah, I mean Brian Robinson maybe, but we're talking about a lot of backup guys going ahead of him, man. Like, come on, man, Jalen Warren ahead of ETN, like that's just retarded, bro. Like, ain't nobody doing that shit. So I feel like the ADPs will fix that a little bit later. But ETN, for somebody with this much upside on an offense that could be good going this late, it's like, dude, him and Dobbins are like obvious running back choices late in the game this year for me. So it's like ETN. But you said Noah Bubba has something to say about Bigsby or whatever. Like, this is his backfield. Like, man, Bigsby, he ain't that good, bro. I mean,
He was better. He was better than ETN last year.
Take it back. I was about to say, take it back.
Man, it don't matter, man. ETN
That's
was
why he's
obviously
getting
hurt
drafted,
last year.
like.
ETN was obviously hurt in a dead season last year with the Jaguars. Like, they were done.
He played
So-
15 games.
Who, ETN?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He was fucked up, though.
For 2 games?
Nah, that's the 2 games he missed. I'm talking about he was messed up the whole
No,
year.
he was bad. He was bad, dude.
He was bad last year, man. He was bad.
The Jaguars were bad last
He
year, dude.
tricked
The
us.
Jaguars were straight up bad. The
ETN
season was
tricked
done.
us. I don't
They
like
were done. The
bad.
quarterback was gone. They were done.
Bigsby's
Trash, bro.
good.
That motherfucker ain't
Bigsby was
shit,
good.
man.
He was the running back 32, and then ETN was the running back 36. So I mean, he was better
They're
than
4 spots
ETN.
apart, and one's good and one's bad.
I mean, ETN is older. He was the running back 3 the year before. He was the running back 17 2 years ago, and then the running back 575 the year he got drafted.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean-
because what did he just tear his foot? Something in his foot.
I mean, it doesn't matter. But the fact of the matter is, I thought he was gonna win me my league as the running back 3, and he played 15 of the 17 games and only got 111 points, dude. He finished. How do you finish the running back? I'm out. I'm just saying I'm out. I'm not drafting ETN again, and I'm not drafting Rashad White ever again.
That was your fault,
can't be out on the guy.
That was your fault. How you gonna hate on the player?
I know. I'm not drafting him.
Shoot, I just can't be out on a guy being drafted as a running back 34. Can't be out on it. I mean, that's just way too cheap.
I'm with you, Matt, a little bit. Where like I do think Bigsby. I think it's gonna be 50-50 split, but like that's why he's getting drafted so late. It's because people do think Tank Bigsby is gonna be the first running back. But Liam Cohen coming over, you had Rashad White and Bucky. If Travis Etienne plays half as good as Bucky Irvin, he's gonna pay off that draft spot. So they're gonna be dumping it down to him. He's gonna figure out how to get him in space, and I think Etienne's gonna be fine. Like he's not gonna be like a RB1 again, but
He'd be the RB 34.
I don't think he's gonna be the RB 34 either.
What do you think he's gonna be? 24.
Yeah, I think he'll be a back end RB2.
RB2. Okay.
Yeah.
I see that.
We'll see how
we got.
All right, crap, man. That's our last guy tonight.
I'm just making a bold prediction, and that'll be it. I just think that I love Dylan Sampson with Tennessee. Got drafted 4th round by the Browns.
Yep.
After they took Kenshawn Judkins, who's already in trouble. They have a team which I kind of feel like they're doing it with the quarterback position, and they're going to do it with the running back position, where if you show out, you can win the job. So I got a feeling that Dylan Sampson could come in there. We've seen Jerome Ford. Judkins is going to miss a good amount of time, I feel like and maybe half the season. So if he comes in, steps up, and he's a good running back, who's to say that he can't win the job outright and Judkins might just not get it? I mean, like Ian said earlier, there's not a whole lot of running backs that you can go off of that get drafted late that kind of come in and do their thing. You got your Aaron Jones of the past. You had Bucky last year. You get like one a year, it seems like. And this is kind of my one a year running back that I think got drafted late, going to come into a bad situation with the Browns, but that team's wide open. They do not care. They just want talent on that team. And if you show that you got it, they're probably going to play you because they got nothing else they can do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a shit ton about Dylan Sampson, but I totally agree, man. I mean, when it comes to draft capital, where you get drafted, that shit don't matter to me whatsoever. I mean, it don't. The only thing that where you get drafted matters is how much money you're gonna make. The first 3-4 years. I mean,
Yeah.
after that, it doesn't matter, man. I mean, it comes down to, and I honestly feel like the players that get drafted later have more potential because they're hungrier. They don't have, they got something to prove. Whereas the people that get drafted early, they're trying to prove that they are that guy. And I mean, I don't know much about Samson,
Yeah.
but like I think it's a good example of somebody that could really show out. You know what I mean? And could
I
really
know
up
Craftman
show
like
his.
yeah. I know Craftman like Sampson when we was doing the rookie stuff. So to me, it's like there's just a pathway for him because I mean, it looks like Jerome Ford might get some rest, but Dylan Sampson's better than Jerome Ford. I'm just being honest. So I think I think Craftman's got a point there. I think Dylan Sampson could do his thing in Cleveland. Judkins having legal problems and all that shit. So I don't know. Honestly, my thing about Judkins is like, man, the NFL, these motherfuckers, they just, I mean, they can hit whoever they want. They ain't gonna get suspended. And if he does, it'll be years from now. They'll push it all the way back. Like, I mean, I saw Alvin Kamara dead on camera busting up a guy on a bar. They never did
Busting
anything to
him.
that guy, so I don't even know.
And then
So
Kareem Hunt hitting that chicken elevator.
That
yeah,
was Ray Rice, man.
Oh,
I mean,
same thing.
I'm just saying, like all this stuff, like it's just kind of cooled down. I gotta see it to believe it. Like, I mean, Addison and all them guys, like we're dealing with their legal troubles like years later. So it's like I don't know, but I do agree with what Craftman's saying. Like, there is a pathway for Dylan Sampson to be successful.
I was kind of completely out on Judkins this year anyway. Like, one of my main rules is don't draft running backs on bad teams that don't really catch the ball. And I mean, Judkins, it's not like he can't catch the ball, but he's not prolific at it. And Sampson just gives him a little bit of juice that I don't feel like they're going to have. So,
right,
like, how good was Judkins really going to be running in between the tackles with how bad that team, was going to look this year? So, I was kind of out on Judkins anyway. Not saying Sampson is going to be great for your redraft leagues, but my bold prediction is just that I think that Sampson might show out enough where it might be a question mark that you drafted Judkins in your rookie draft. It might be like, man, I really fucked up that pick. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
With that situation.
Yeah.
Well, shoot. Everybody out there, we got some good content out tonight. Gave you a little long episode of a lot of different players. We got opinions of a lot of different guys, rookies, vets, the whole shebang, a lot of different teams. I know me and Craftman will probably hop into some division breakdowns at some point. We'll get it all figured out. Me and Craftman don't know what we're gonna do, when we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it all and get it all out there. But for everybody out there, thank y'all for listening to the podcast. For real, we were talking about earlier, it's been a little slow for me and Craftman lately, but we finna do our thing. We get our, we working hard in our real lives, so our fake lives, it's suffering right now a little bit, but we still getting it out there, and we still gonna do our thing. But please share the show. That's really all we ask. Craftman, you got anything you want to add?
Nah, I'm good. I'm just glad to be back on talking football because we're getting a little bit closer to the season. So, starting to get that itch, training camp starting. I'm just
yes, sir.
Getting that, like I said, getting that itch. But share the show, like Matt said, and also hit that like button if you can for us. If you want to subscribe,
yes, sir.
Certainly do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
anything that you want to add?
Yeah, I do got something I want to add. We also do take monetary donations if you have any of those you want to send our way. And I also have an honorable mention that we wasn't included in this show. His name is Cam Scatterbo, and he's somebody you should definitely look out for. Don't be a hoe. Share the show. Like us. We're just doing this for fun. Like they said, this ain't our everyday job. We got other life stuff we trying to do. And we just get on here, a bunch of guys clowning around. It's meant to be comedic,
sir.
informative, and man, just let us know how you feel, how our videos are going. Leave us comments. Let us know how to shape and ship the show, man. And yeah, these guys get on here each and every time they can, and put it all out there for you guys. And we just love doing this stuff, man. And if we suck, we don't give a fuck. That's the
Hell
one
no.
F word we can use because this is PG-13. So
Yes, sir. All
that's
right,
all I
then. I
got,
think that
man.
about
I
wraps it
appreciate
on
it.
up for us. Ian, thanks for joining us. Everybody out there, thanks for listening to that podcast episode. But with that said, I think we are out.
Peace.
Peace.